Here's where I've landed after digging through interviews, podcasts, trades, ratings charts, and the show's own materials. As of September 30th, 2025, Alien Earth Season 2 has not been officially renewed, but the signs are encouraging. On the show's official FX podcast, Noah Hawley all but says the quiet part out loud. I'm trying to get a second season. Season 1 is the runway that you're using to launch the show. I had to have faith that FX and Disney are invested, and that we will come back and finish the story over multiple seasons. FX, for its part, has every reason to be pleased. Disney touted 9.2 million global views in the first 6 days, and the series hit Nielsen streaming charts with 464 million minutes the week of August, 11 to 17 in the US. The critics came along too. Rotten Tomatoes in the mid-90s and Metacritic at 85. Metrics FX itself is amplifying on the official show page. Add in FX chief John Landgraf's long-stated intent for this to be an ongoing series, with Hawley encouraged to write at least 2 seasons, and I read the tea leaves as not greenlit yet, but on a strong glide path. With that status set, here are 20 things we genuinely know and can reasonably expect about Season 2, anchored by what Hawley, the cast, and the production team have actually said. FX Network is currently in active renewal discussions. My research reveals that Noah Hawley is currently engaged in ongoing conversations with FX about Season 2. Speaking to Entertainment Weekly, Hawley confirmed, "We're certainly having conversations about it, and I've been thinking on the creative front. It was very encouraging, the success of the show globally." The showrunner expressed hope that he'll receive some indication within the coming months about whether to get another job or get back to work. Noah Hawley already has a clear vision for Season 2's direction. One of the most reassuring aspects of potential Season 2 development is that Hawley isn't starting from scratch. In multiple interviews, he's confirmed having a destination in mind story-wise. "I have a destination in mind story-wise, which allows me to know what the story is I'm telling, what it means," Hawley told Evolution of Horror. This suggests the creative groundwork is already laid, potentially speeding up production once renewal is confirmed. The series was always designed as a multi-season story. From conception, Alien Earth was structured with longevity in mind. Hawley revealed to Entertainment Weekly that, in some ways, that was the assignment when I talked with FX about it. "We always discussed it as a recurring series. This multi-season framework explains why Season 1's finale left us with such tantalizing cliffhangers and unresolved storylines." Season 1 functions as a proof of concept for future seasons. Hawley has repeatedly described Season 1 as the proof of concept. Speaking to Variety, he explained, "And if it works commercially, then Season 2 is about building a model upon which we can envision making a Season 3, 4, 5. This approach suggests FX is evaluating not just immediate renewal, but the series' long-term viability. Production timeline concerns are being addressed. One major consideration for Season 2 involves streamlining production to avoid lengthy gaps between seasons. Hawley acknowledged the challenge, stating, "The question becomes, how streamlined can we make the process so that you're not waiting for 3 or 4 or 5 years for more?" This awareness suggests concrete planning is underway to expedite future production cycles. The Lost Boys Rebellion will have major consequences. The Season 1 finale's dramatic role reversal, where the hybrid children imprisoned their human captors, sets up fascinating dynamics for Season 2. Hawley hinted at the implications during interviews, suggesting the consequences of giving immature kids near immortal technological abilities will be explored further. Wendy's alliance with the Xenomorphs remains precarious. Perhaps the most intriguing development is Wendy's apparent bond with the Xenomorphs. However, Hawley warned fans not to expect this relationship to remain stable. "I don't want her to have a Xenomorph as a pet," he told The Hollywood Reporter. But if it seems like an alliance has been struck, what are the interesting possibilities that we can pull out of that? And because this is a horror story, we have to assume that ultimately, I wouldn't bet on this working out. Timothy Olyphant's Kirsch will take on a more active role. Timothy Olyphant has expressed enthusiasm for expanding Kirsch's role in potential Season 2 storylines. Speaking to Esquire, he stated, "Well, off the top of my head, he's done enough observing. We can't have him observe for another season, so it's time to get his hands dirty." Olyphant is particularly interested in exploring Kirsch's emotional range and potential for humour. The series may connect to James Cameron's Aliens. In a surprising revelation, Hawley suggested the series might eventually connect to the broader Alien film timeline. During an Evolution of Horror interview, he mentioned, "Depending on how long the show runs, we might head toward the second film," referring to Cameron's Aliens. This opens possibilities for incorporating elements from the beloved sequel. New alien creatures will continue to play major roles. The Eye creature's escape and possession of Arthur's corpse in the finale sets up continued exploration of the non-xenomorph aliens. Hawley designed these new creatures specifically to recreate the unpredictability audiences felt watching the original Alien, since, after 7 films, audiences are familiar with the xenomorph's life cycle. Corporate warfare between Weyland-Yutani and Prodigy will escalate. With Weyland-Yutani forces closing in on Prodigy's Neverland facility, Season 2 is positioned to explore the corporate espionage and warfare themes that have always been central to the Alien franchise. The power vacuum left by Boy Cavalier's usurpation creates opportunities for intense corporate conflict. Boy Cavalier's anarchist vision will face reality. Samuel Blenkin's Boy Cavalier achieved his dream of children ruling over adults, but Hawley suggested this victory comes with complications. The showrunner described Boy as having significant anti-authoritarian issues and embodying an anarchist spirit, but questioned whether his Peter Pan fantasy can survive contact with reality. The cast is optimistic about returning. Sidney Chandler expressed strong hopes for renewal, telling reporters, "I'm hoping we get to go again to see what those dynamics will turn out to be." The actress also jokingly noted that not enough people died in Season 1, suggesting more intense survival scenarios await. FX Network chairman has big plans for the series. FX's commitment to the series extends beyond just Season 2. Network chairman John Landgraf told Variety in 2024, "We're pretty bullish on Alien Earth, and we've told him that assuming, as we hope, Alien Earth is a returning television series, we want him to focus on at least writing 2 seasons of it before returning to a possible 6th season of Fargo." This indicates network confidence in multi-season potential. Practical effects will continue to drive the horror. The production team's commitment to practical effects, working with Weta Workshop to create animatronic xenomorphs and new creatures, will remain central to Season 2's approach. This dedication to tangible horror elements helps maintain the franchise's visceral impact. Thailand may continue as primary filming location. The series established Thailand as its primary production base, utilising everything from Bangkok rooftops to Krabi mangroves for diverse Earth environments. The infrastructure and crew relationships developed there suggest continued use of these locations for Season 2. Timeline constraints create creative opportunities. Setting the series just 2 years before the original Alien film creates specific narrative boundaries that Hawley views as beneficial. There are creative constraints that can often be helpful in terms of it's not completely open-ended. These limitations force innovative storytelling within established franchise continuity. The series will explore deeper AI and transhumanism themes. Hawley wrote the series before ChatGPT's existence, but the rapid advancement of AI technology has made the show's themes increasingly relevant. Season 2 will likely delve deeper into questions about humanity's relationship with artificial intelligence and the consequences of consciousness transfer technology. No legacy characters are planned for Season 2. Unlike many franchise revivals, Hawley has confirmed no plans to bring back familiar faces from the films. I'm sort of outside the timeline, so I didn't think about bringing anyone back from those films. I'm liberated from that, he told AV Club. This approach allows the series to forge its own identity. Decision timeline points to early 2026 announcement. Based on Hawley's comments about hoping for news in the next couple of months and FX's traditional renewal patterns, we can expect an official Season 2 announcement by early 2026. If renewed, production would likely begin later in 2026, potentially targeting a 2027 or 2028 premiere date. Why I think FX says yes. I'm not putting words in their mouth. No one has announced a renewal, but I've watched how FX behaves with expensive, auteur-driven genre when it lands. Shogun did prestige-scale numbers and got the nod. Alien Earth has proof-of-concept audience, critical acclaim, and a creator telling them there's a multi-season plan. Even the Nielsen trend, debuting at number 7, then sticking around, suggests this is a grower, not a one-week wonder. Couple that with Landgraf's ongoing series posture and the franchise value to Disney's global streaming portfolio, and I'm comfortable saying Season 2 is not official, but it's more likely than not. This brings us to the end of the video, and if you liked what you see here, drop a sub for us. See you in the next one.